guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to hear an article titled, I slept with a woman because she wanted to get pregnant, now my life has been turned upside down. And a shout out to Dave for sending in this article. And guys, this is about a guy, relatively young guy in my opinion, he's 28 years old now, but 4 years ago when he was 24, he was hooking up with this gal, a little bit older than him, this pretty Vietnamese chick, I think she's Vietnamese, who basically said that she wanted to get pregnant. And so he agreed to be her sperm donor. He's more than happy to do that. And the bonehead A does this, but also then signs the birth certificate, making him responsible for payments and all that, and his life has been a living hell ever since. And you're going to find out eventually, guess what, that it isn't even his kid. But he's spent like 50 grand on child support and all those other things. It's a big freaking mess. And I thought I'd be going to go over here, guys, making the point that, unfortunately, this world is not a pretty place all the time. And there are a lot of people in this world, men and women, but in this particular case, women, that are more than happy to prey on a young, naive bonehead, if you will, and take him for everything he has. And you must be careful. You must understand this. They're not all sugar and spice and everything nice. There are ones out there like this. But also, guys, a lesson that you can't be the white knight. The white knight who tries to save the damsel, do the good deed, all that, because no good deed goes unpunished. And last but not least, guys, as you're going to see in this story, and there'll be a little thing you'll find out later on about this guy, some guys can't be saved. You try to help them. You try to talk common sense, reality. They don't want to hear it, and they keep getting themselves into further situations, and you'll wait till you see the final thing this guy does that gets him in the worst situation. So this is a cautionary tale of what not to do. You're going to get some laughs as I smack this guy, and this will just reinforce why so many guys have the opinion that you do now that life has taught you, whether people like it or not. So it starts off, says here, a Mississippi man who agreed to be a sperm donor claimed he was conned into co-parenting a child who wasn't even his. And he said he has the receipts to prove it. Brett Fairley, 28 years old of Mississippi, claimed to Daily Mail that he lost a whopping estimate of $52,000 co-parenting with Marie Nguyen. Marie Nguyen is obviously Asian, probably Vietnamese or something, for a daughter who wasn't even his after he initially only agreed to get her pregnant. Jerry. After taking 3 paternity tests, including one that was court-ordered, it allegedly revealed that Fairley shared 0% paternity with the little girl, and he's now claiming that Nguyen trapped him in the explosive social media videos. Guys, like I said in the beginning, there are women out there that do not care. They will use good men to get money, to get pregnant, to get all these things, resources, whatever, and they don't care. You got to be careful. Nguyen, who's 35 years old, had little to say when contacted by Daily Mail due to the gag order that Fairley acknowledged, and he was violating to tell his side, equipped with a large binder of evidence. I think things will come to light, Nguyen told Daily Mail over the phone, saying that karma was coming for the 28-year-old. She declined to comment further due to the gag order. Well, karma for him, no accountability, he's the bad guy. However, the alleged father is ready to risk jail time to tell his side of the story. Fairley declined in an interview with DailyMail.com. Yeah, there's a gag order on this, and he's talking. I get him wanting to expose all this, but you really want to do some time for this? It's just stupid. But this guy obviously is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Until August last year, Fairley never questioned that he was the little girl's father. And despite originally only agreeing to be a sperm donor, he had been co-parenting the girl, who was not identified with Nguyen, and had agreed to pay child support. At the girl's birth, which he originally didn't plan on attending, he signed the acknowledgement of paternity and the birth certificate, which makes him legally liable for the child. Smack! God, this guy's clueless. This is why I do these videos, guys, so somebody can learn something. He was going to be just a sperm donor, and then he signed the birth certificate. Oh, well, now you're on the hook for money. Fairley will admit he made a dumb decision at the ripe age of 24 years old to become a sperm donor to a woman who had previously had a one-night stand with in December 2020. She said that she wanted nothing from me, he admitted in the video, and instead of doing the smart thing and walking away, I said yes, because I was 24 and apparently thought the best use of my time was becoming a discount sperm donor for someone I wasn't even texting back. So this woman is like 7 years older than him, and you look at the pictures, she's good looking, very good looking for her age. So for him, when he was 24 and she was 31, he's probably like, yeah. But look what he got out of this. That one night changed everything. He says, I was thinking with the wrong head, obviously, and he showed a photo of him and Nguyen cuddled up together in a bathtub full of bubbles and alcohol the alleged night that she asked him to be the sperm donor. She knew what she was doing. He said, I really thought I could sleep with her and help get her pregnant and then go back to business as usual. The entrepreneur said, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with the whole parenting thing. This guy's an entrepreneur. Nobody's going to invest in any startups or businesses that he's going to do, knowing how foolish he can be. He says, I was top tier dumb, but I own it, I know it, and he said that while wearing a Not Your Baby Daddy shirt. The simple decision would turn into a web of nightmares for Fairley, who would later discover the baby wasn't even his after he claimed that she allegedly conned him out of over $50,000 in child support and other expenses. 50 grand, guys. I'm sure the vast majority of guys watching this, 50 grand is a lot of money that make a major difference right there. And the daughter's only 4 years old. Okay, 50 grand already. Fairley claimed to know who the baby's real father is, but the man's identity has not been publicly revealed. And that guy ain't paid any money. He said, I really thought I was just doing something nice for somebody. I've always been a giver, he told the podcaster Lucy Fink while blushing. At the end of the day, this guy just wanted, he can say he's doing the nice thing, but he just wanted to bang this chick. And probably thinking, oh, well, feel great without the condom. There you go. Fairley says that when her alleged con began in December 2021, and on June 6th of that year, she told the young Fairley that she was pregnant, even though she was not, the former baby daddy alleged. At a brunch, where Fairley videotaped himself, Nguyen, and a friend of Dylan, showed the mom to be heavily drinking, which he claims, in part, proves that she wasn't pregnant. There are women that will drink, and even drink heavily, even if they are pregnant. It's terrible, but it happens. Dylan and I think it's weird that she's been drinking, he said in the multiple-part series. She insists that it's okay. It was the last time Fairley and Nguyen allegedly saw each other before the child was born in early March 2022. It wouldn't be for roughly a week and a half later that Nguyen could have actually gotten pregnant, according to Fairley's investigation. That weekend, Fairley was back in California. Nguyen allegedly admitted she confirmed her pregnancy on June 12, 2021, 6 days after she told Fairley he had successfully knocked her up in the now deleted videos. On January 17, 2022, she sent an ultrasound to Fairley, which was featured in his videos, indicating that she was 32 weeks and 1 day pregnant. Fairley said that time frame would have put her first day of her last menstrual cycle at June 6th, indicating she could not have been pregnant when she told him. My God, all this BS because he wanted to be the white knight and help her get pregnant, and also, let's be honest, he just wanted to go, bareback on this hot little Vietnamese woman. She knew from the beginning that I was never the father, Fairley said in a social media video. She trapped me before there was even a baby. Well, of course, she knew she found a sucker, and she doesn't care, as many don't. The little girl was born in early March, but leading up to the big day, Fairley claimed Nguyen encouraged his family to be at the birth, which they agreed to. His family was there? I mean, well, I can only imagine what they're saying. Yeah, son, so you just were the sperm donor, if you will, and now you're going to sign the birth certificate? Are you nuts? Fairley himself flew from California to Mississippi for the birth, where he signed the birth certificate and paternity papers, a move he'd later regret. Smack, smack, smack. Oh my God. Didn't somebody tell him? Didn't his parents tell him? No, you don't need to sign the paternity papers and birth certificate. He was just going to be the sperm donor, but nope. Guys, you got to be smart. Sperm donors are not liable for child support. However, since Fairley signed the birth certificate and the acknowledgement of paternity and later agreed to child support, he can be held liable for it. His current girlfriend, Hadley Wallace, previously told a podcast that Fairley became involved in the child's birth and life after his parents discovered that their son agreed to get Nguyen pregnant as a sperm donor and encouraged him to be active in her life and co-parent. Nguyen would eventually come to live with the baby in Fairley's Airbnb, causing him to a loss of nearly $31,000 in income, he revealed to DailyMail.com. Good Lord. Okay, so he owns an Airbnb, but that would have been money he would have gotten for She obviously wasn't paying anything. This chick's a pro. Fairley stated that Nguyen would eventually go on to allegedly threaten to take the baby from him unless he follows her demands, which includes paying child support, and for dance lessons, screenshots of text messages showed. Yeah, this article, which I'll post a link to, you can see all the different evidence here. She was trying to hijack my life, he told Fink. She allegedly began to demand he pay for daycare, $10,000 in back child support in August 2023, $750 a month in additional child support, which he began paying on November 1st, 2023. He claimed that in his videos. In total, he spent about $6,750 in child support payments, amounting to nearly $17,000 in total court-ordered payments, he claimed to Daily Mail. In December 2023, Nguyen allegedly approached Fairley with the desire to be a family, which he declined, despite wanting to stay in the baby's life. A few days later, the small family celebrated Christmas together, where Nguyen posted photos of Fairley and the baby, screenshots showed. So she's thinking, okay, maybe I can sucker this guy to marry me. I can really get something. So not just child support and all that, as if that's not enough money, but now this dumbass will pay for everything. At least he denied her that. But here's the thing, guys. This guy, it proves that some people can't be helped, because now he has a girlfriend, and guess what? She's a single mom of 3 kids. Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning, that some guys just can't be helped. A few months later, she would allegedly threaten to take the baby away again after he posted photos on Valentine's Day with another woman who was not his girlfriend. He would later send her money to buy her and the baby dinner after Nguyen made it clear she was upset. He said that in a video while showing the text messages between the pair. Roughly a month later, he'd meet his current girlfriend, Velos. I can't pronounce her fucking name. I'll call her Miss V. On June 8, 2024, Fairley, Miss V, and their children would hang out together. When Nguyen found out, Fairley claimed she freaked out on his mother, that he said in the videos. She said she is with Brett. They are at Hadley's house right now, his mother texted, according to the screenshots. Hadley's, she said, okay, he needs to start answering me when I ask about my child, or he will not get her anymore. Does he plan on staying there? Please ask him to call me, or I will come and get my daughter. Nguyen replied, according to the screenshots. Good Lord. Said he does not get to play house with my daughter and not answer when I ask about my daughter, she continued. He needs to call me ASAP. Don't care who he's with. I want to know who is with my child, not whom, sleeping at 9 p.m. She later told Fairley's mother that she'll be losing it after the baby daddy wasn't answering her back. Well, again, the whole irony here is that he's not even the father. Nguyen would allegedly go on to start talking about Brett and accusing him of being a deadbeat dad. When Fairley first began replying to the accusations online in October, she got a restraining order against him and was court-ordered to remove his videos. Drama, 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 all because he, claimed he wanted to help her out, but also just wanted to, bear back this chick. The gag order is still in place, which Fairley admitted he was violating. It was Miss V, who is a nurse, that began to figure out the baby could have been Fairley's. So this dude's new girlfriend is a single mom, 3 kids, and is a nurse. And this young guy, I think he's 28 years old now. After all that, I mean, again, guys, some guys can't be helped. They just keep being boneheads, white knights. Nguyen had allegedly bragged her daughter was born on her due date, and Ms. V began calculating her conception window, which was outside the time Fairley was in town. Again, Miss V is his current girlfriend. Miss V encouraged Fairley to get a paternity test done, and he agreed, purchasing the test on Amazon for $68.95, as the records show. When the young dad took the test, he expected to come back that he was the father, but days after sending it off, came back with 0 paternity. A screenshot showed, and at the time the child was about 2.5 years old. So all this drama, all this BS, and all this money he spent for a kid that isn't even his, and he just blindly signed the birth certificate and all that. He went on to spend $117 at Walgreens on another DNA test which had the same results. Well, Fairley eventually got a lawyer, and he told Fink, and started the process of getting off the birth certificates. Good luck. While he's doing that, he claimed that Nguyen was acting like a lunatic. Oh, of course she was, because shit, there goes her money, her cash flow. Because the real baby daddy, he doesn't have any money. Eventually, he got a court-ordered DNA test that cost $364, resulting in the same outcome. Why couldn't he gotten the cheaper ones? And he's now trying to prove fraud to rid him of the paternity acknowledgement, the only way to revoke paternity in Mississippi. Fairley told Fink that he had to grieve losing a daughter after finding out the truth. Well, I'll look at it like that. I mean, he thought all along this was his kid, and he finds out it's not the truth. I mean, we can all be happy that, okay, hopefully he can get out the birth certificate, but he felt like he lost a daughter. Fairley does not plan on going on to have more children, nor does his current girlfriend, who has 3. The last day he saw the little girl was after the second test, he told Fink. I told her I loved her, and Fairley does not receive updates on the little girl's life anymore as he doesn't want to open old wounds. Now he's speaking his truth and showing his binder full of evidence to the world, despite the court having previously ordered he stays silent. He says, I'm breaking the judge's orders, and he told that to Fink. He says he's not worried about sharing his story as he accused Nguyen of constantly breaking the order too. The 28-year-old social media series of videos is currently still ongoing. So, this guy's breaking the court order. He's going to piss off a judge. He could potentially do time over this. I get he wants to prove his innocence and prove that he was conned and all that. But at the end of the day, I mean, what's the saying? There's a sucker born every minute and 2 to take him. And this guy was young and dumb. And this woman knew exactly what she's doing, picking a young guy that was hot for her, and waited till they were in the bubble bath and drinking alcohol to get her to convince him to do this. And he banged her probably right then and there in the tub without any protection, and look what happened. And it isn't even his kid. So, gentlemen, I can't stress this enough through this story. I know this is not the most, upbeat story, but we got to share these articles or real life things on occasion for a cautionary tale to help the young brothers out there. There are women out there that are more than happy to scam you. They want you for a kid, to baby trap you. They want to take your money, your resources. They don't care at all. So you must be careful. And also, guys, don't be the white knight, okay? Just let some other sucker, because there's always plenty out there, be the white knight. Otherwise, you're going to get slayed by the dragon. And also, the last thing I got to mention this is it's just some guys cannot be saved. I'm sure every one of you guys knows at least one guy, either in your life right now or in the past, a friend, a brother, somebody that just are clueless. They are complete pushovers, and they get taken advantage of. And you could talk reality to your blue in the face, and they don't get it. And there's a point where it's like, you know what? Okay, I've tried to help you. I've said my piece. You're going to fuck up. It's on you. End of story. And whether you choose to help them afterwards, who knows? It depends on maybe how they receive your information. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, you find a good article you want me to cover or your own personal story you want to share, then send it my way, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a really good story or article, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.